I think I got fired from Lyft today. Friend, come here, let me tell you what happened. My transmission is going out in my car. So I need to work, right? And I Lyft for a living temporarily while I am working on building my notary business. So I'm like, well, how am I going to keep making money? I don't want to rent a car, but I got to keep it moving while my car is in the shop. Transmission work is already so expensive as it is in the first place. So I'm already stressed up to here about my car work. So I go through the Lyft app and I set up the reservation. I get a ride to the Flex Drive place to pick up my car. I'm standing in the lobby. The man who works there walks in, sits down at the desk, starts typing. He's there for a few minutes. The first thing he said to me is, "Miss Ma'am, your car is I'm not gonna be able to rent you a car today." I said, "Well, why not?" He said, I don't have any." I'm like, "Well, why would they let me reserve a car if they don't have any cars for me to be able to rent?" So off the top, I'm automatically thrown. Like, he didn't greet me or anything. This is how he started the conversation, talking to me, telling me that you took my money, but you ain't gonna give me a car. So I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, he's like, well, I can issue a refund. You'll have your money back within 12 to 24 hours or something like that. And I'm just standing there looking stupid, like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, so he's like, well, I can go check real quick to make sure we don't have anything, but I'm pretty sure we don't have the car here, and I'm not going to be able to help you. And he walked on out the door. So I'm standing there looking stupid, not knowing what's going on. This is my first time ever trying to use the Lyft Flex Drive service because I have my own car. So he comes back in and says, yeah, the only car I'm going to be able to give to you is a hybrid. That's an extra $30 per week. And I'm just like, okay, well, can I switch it out when you get when the new car comes, with the car that I tried to reserve comes in? He said, no, once you have the car, you're locked into the reserve period, and you have to wait a week. And I'm just like, oh, okay, because I don't know how long my car is going to be in the shop. Now, I'm hoping that it's only going to be a week, but I don't know. So my day is already going crazy. I'm still trying to remain calm with this man. So I'm like, well, I don't really have any other choice. So let's go ahead and do it. And I'm talking to myself like, damn, this is fucking crazy, man. I'm walking around talking to myself now. I don't know if he thought I was talking to him. It's possible that he thought that I was talking to him, but it's obvious. I thought it was obvious that I was talking to myself about just my situation, period. So he comes back and he's telling me about the agreement, and I'm proceeding with the agreement until he gets to one part of the agreement. He says to me, well, we cover the maintenance on the car. When the car needs an oil change, we cover it from front bumper to back bumper. Whatever it needs, from brakes to an oil change to engine work, we cover it. You just have to schedule the appointment and take it to this place. Now, with the rental agreement for the car, you keep the car for a week, and you can only operate the vehicle while lifting. So if you're not actively taking rides or actively trying to get rides, you're not using your personal miles. So they don't give you any personal miles. You have to pay for them. So I have a notary appointment that I need to do Monday. So I paid for 80 extra miles so I can get to my appointment on Monday. He says, well, if the car needs maintenance, you have to take it in, and it doesn't go against your personal. Sorry, hold on. If the car needs maintenance, you have to take it to be maintained, and it counts against your personal miles. I said, well, dang, that's not fair. He said, well, why ain't it fair? I said, well, if I have to take the car in for maintenance on the car, I shouldn't be punished for the personal miles. He said, well, if it was your car, you'd have to pay for it. Exactly, but it's not my car. I'm paying for the car by paying for the rental. He's like, I don't even remember exactly what he said, but I'm like, that don't even make sense. So what happened after that? He said, well, I don't like your attitude and I'm not going to rent to you anymore because I'm questioning why I have to use my personal miles that I have to pay for to get your car that I'm paying for maintenance when it needs to be maintenance. I don't like your attitude and you can get the fuck out. What? And he immediately proceeds to walk to the door. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. That's how you talking to me? Get the fuck out. So I'm thrown by this, like, this man immediately put me out, and I'm just like, okay, I'll leave. Give me my money back. I ain't giving you shit. Oh, then I ain't leaving then. I'm gonna call the police. You gonna have to call the police, or I'm gonna have to beat your ass in here or something, because you gonna give me my money. I ain't giving you shit. And he walked on out the door. Okay, well, I sat down then. I never sat down until that moment. I was probably in there for about 15 minutes at this point. Maybe even 20, because he didn't acknowledge me for a good, he didn't acknowledge me for a minute anyways. That's besides the point. He walked on out the door and called the police. He came back in. So I'm like, damn, like, you doing all of that for me asking you a question because I don't understand. That don't make no sense to me that I got to use my personal miles. So now we going back and forth because I'm confused as hell. Like, you just got real crunk with me and told me to get the fuck out, and I really want to fight now at this point, but I'm not going nowhere. He's on the phone with the police like, yeah, and if she get back in my fucking face again, it's gonna be a problem. I was never in his face, other than when I was standing there about to get the green. He had handed me a paper, and other than that, like, I was never in his face, like, doing all of this and shit. Like, yeah, if she come back in my face, it's gonna be a fucking problem. I'll beat your ass in here, dog. I'll beat your ass in here. Like, there was some letters in there, the airport letters, sitting on the counter. At some point, I stood up out the seat because he had me fucked up, but I wasn't in his face. He was on this side of the room. I was on this side of the room. There was some letters right there, and I accidentally knocked over the seat. He on the phone with the police like, yeah, now she in here vandalizing the properties. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that was an accident. Like, what? You're having a bad day. You're having a terrible ass day, and you're taking it out on me. Whole time I'm having the worst day, and you're making my day even worse. Like, be off of bullshit. It wasn't my fault that you didn't have the rental car that I paid for before I got here. And like, why did you let me reserve the rental car if it wasn't available? I would have never even came here, and none of this would have ever been a problem. That man told me to get the fuck out, like, several times. So I sat there because I'm like, just give me a refund and I'll leave. I ain't giving you shit. I ain't giving you shit. Like, he kept saying that. He done went back to the computer. He on the computer telling the police my driver's license information, telling them all my information and whatever. And it's just like, just give me my money if you want me to leave so bad. And you ain't never gonna be able to come here again. I'm like, damn. Like, so he done pissed me off, really. I'm laughing a little bit while I'm telling you, but I was hot. I was on fire. Shit, I'm still a little bit on fire because, like, that was so unnecessary. So the police show up. The police, I'm still sitting there because I'm not leaving out of the property until you process my refund for my $250 for me reserving this car that wasn't here. Oh, well, no, at this point I did upgrade the car that he now doesn't want to give to me because he doesn't like my attitude. So the police come, and he's standing outside talking to him. The police come, and I'm trying to explain to him what's going on. He like, I don't want her in here. She got to get the fuck out with all of that. So the police don't even want to listen to me while I'm standing in there, because I'm like, I'm not leaving until he give me a refund. All he got to do is give me a refund and I'll leave. This is unnecessary. I ain't giving you shit. Like, he's saying this in front of the police still. So the police done made me come outside or whatever. And I'm standing there trying to explain to the police officer. The police officer ain't trying to hear nothing that I'm saying. He keeps, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. And I'm just like, I'm trying to ask him, like, does that make sense to you that if you pay for a car, you got to maintenance it? He keep interrupting me every time I'm trying to tell him. And I'm just like, I don't care about the situation. I just want my money back. You're not finna tell me you're not going to rent to me and you're not going to give me my money back. That's insane to me. So the police, he don't want to help me. So I walked away from him. I went back to the car. Fortunately, my ride didn't leave me. I'm sitting there for a second. I walked back over because I need a phone number to report this shit, because he's got me completely and 1000% fucked up at this point. So I asked the police to give me his number, to give me his name. The man wouldn't tell me his name. The man keeps saying John Wick. John Wick is TV. Like, be for real. Be for real. I'm like, well, tell him to give me a refund and I'll let it go. The man like, I can't give her no refund. Now he done got up from the desk and came over to the door talking shit. And I'm just like, give me a name so I can report him. Give me a name and give me a phone number so I can report him. The police don't even want to help me. And it's just like, all right, well, you're not even fucking helping me either. So I just walked away, like, because now it's like, all right, you came here for what? To put me out? You didn't help me at all. So I get home and I was looking up numbers on the way to try to report this incident because I'm livid at this point. I get home and I looked up, well, I got on my Lyft account to try to get in touch with customer support. I don't have a service tier. That means that my account is deactivated. So they done deactivated my account. So now this man done got my account deactivated and you didn't rent me a car, all because you was having a bad day. So I done spent probably the last hour or so on the phone with customer service trying to, speak to somebody. The first person I talked to hung up on me. The second person I talked to hung up on me. They did, but fortunately, they called me back. So that was an accident. But the first person definitely hung up on me on purpose. So, because they ain't called me back. So what a day. So what I'm supposed to be doing is lifting intermittently while I am building my notary business. But now I don't have a car because my transmission is slipping and it does that. It jerks the mess out of you. It's galloping like a horse. It does all of that. Can't drive my own car. I don't know how long my car is going to be down. I'm going to have to find somewhere else to rent a car whenever I finally get my money back. Well, I'm sure I'll get my money back, but ain't no telling how long that's going to take because he told me he wasn't processing my refund. The people on the Lyft support number can't tell me whether or not they're going to reactivate my account or whatever because they immediately deactivated my account. Nobody called me. Nobody asked me what happened or nothing. They just took his word and deactivated my account. So I was already struggling, trying to figure out, don't get upset. Shake it off. I was already struggling, trying to figure out just day-to-day life as a new business owner, as a new entrepreneur, just trying to figure it out. I don't want to be forced. I don't want to be forced to go get another job And this was complete bullshit. This whole situation was complete bullshit. And me, I don't know what caused the situation to go left. Like, that man immediately got to telling me to get the fuck out. What do you mean, get the fuck out? What? Give me my money back. I ain't giving you shit. I'm about to beat you up then. What? That's insane. That's probably what got my account suspended. It's the fact that I told him I was about to beat him up. But the whole situation was fucked up and it was bullshit. And it just made my situation worse. Like, I didn't expect for my car to just, it didn't just start galloping and slipping. Like, it's been doing it for a minute. So I knew I needed the work done. So I was trying to avoid it, but here I am trying to fix a problem. I'm sorry I keep crying. I can't stop now. But I'm still telling a story. I'm trying to fix the problem before the problem get worse. And now the problem is worse. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now. I don't have a job right now. I can go get a job, but how am I gonna get to it? I can get away to get a job, but that's not gonna help me. That's not gonna help me. I don't want to go back to work for nobody else. I'm so frustrated right now. And I'm probably overreacting. And maybe, and just maybe, this situation is for the best. If it does work out that I don't get to use their platform anymore, they was pissing me off anyway. The fees that they take out of every ride is ridiculous. Ride, the passenger pays $60, you get 30 of it. Like, that's insane. So I needed the flexibility so I can continue to build my business. I don't want to sign up for another platform. I'm already tearing up my car, hence me needing a transmission. Before I started lifting, my car had like less than 40,000 miles on it. Now it's got like 150,000 miles on it. Sorry, I keep spacing out because I'm sitting here pondering what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't like my back being up against the wall. And that put my back up against the wall. The situation is still fresh. And maybe tomorrow it'll be a completely different story. I did talk to someone in customer support. And he was like, I can't believe you were talked to like that. Me neither. Because why would that be your response to me? You're not going to if you're not going to rent to me anymore, which is insane. But okay, that's your right. You don't have, you aren't required to rent from me or rent to me. You don't have to do that. You got to give me my money back. What you mean you ain't going to give me shit? I ain't giving you shit. You can't say that to me. And then you tell me to get the fuck out. I've never been spoken to like that in a business. Never in my whole life. That man said my name John Wick. Like, you know you wrong because you keep giving me a fake name. And you wouldn't give me a phone number so I can contact nobody. Like, you know you dead wrong. And dealing with Lyft support and Lyft Flex, Lyft Drive, whoever that company is, like, you know that it's hard to get in contact with somebody to resolve a real issue. He knew all of that. That's why he acted like that. He knew all of that. I feel like this is a blessing in disguise because about maybe 2 months ago, Lyft deactivated my account for the first time, and they pissed me off real bad because somebody reported that I made a racist comment, and I'm like, me made a racist comment? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You a lie. No, I didn't. So I'm replaying my head what happened that day, and I had an Asian man get in my car, and I said, "Hello, how are you?" He said, "Huh?" I said, "How are you?" He said, "Huh?" I said, "Oh, you don't understand. Okay." I left it at that. Never said anything else to him the rest of that ride. When he got out the car, I said, "Have a good day." And I got to complete one more ride, and my account was suspended. So that was the first time that they pissed me off. And I thought to myself, I really, really, really got to find a way to get out of lifting for a living, because that's too close to somebody being able to snatch my livelihood from me, and I can't do nothing about it. So on that occasion, I was kicked off the platform for 2 days, and it was the weekend too. It was a Friday. So, that's when that's when you really make some money. Other than that, you like, can you feed me? Like, scrounging for $5 rides did take 30 minutes to do. Like, anyway, so that was the first time I thought to myself, they got me fucked up, and I'm not doing this no more. But I continued on with my plan. I was doing good too. I was supposed to come back. I'm getting upset. I'm sorry. I was supposed to come back and tell y'all how I was doing good in my business. My first week, I had 5 appointments, 5 loan signings, and I did amazing. On my first day, I ran all day long for 1 appointment, and it was crazy. And I don't really want to go into the details right now. Maybe another time I'll tell you, but I was excited to tell you about it. But my phone storage started acting up again on my brand new phone. I just got it a month ago, but it transferred. Ooh, my nose. Hold on, I was trying not to make no edits, but I gotta get myself together because my nose is trying to snot. Damn, I hope I don't forget. I'll be forgetting. Hold on. My lips was crusty anyway. I was trying to be a content creator with my building while becoming series, and record the process of me building my business each day. But my new phone collected all the data from my old phone and filled up my storage. So that kept me from recording videos. And I had been meaning to get around to trying to figure it out, but I was busy working. So I was so excited to be able to say how my first and second week went. And then a month went past, or about a month. I don't know if it's been a whole month yet, and it hasn't been as consistent, but I was still excited at the fact that I was, 1, getting the work, and 2, completing it professionally and accurately. And just, I was so excited about my progress. And then my car said, like, and I'm just like, no, I knew that was gonna happen. I was hoping that it didn't happen, but I knew as soon as I spent $1,100 on getting that printer that I've been avoiding getting for 2 years now, since I quit my job because I bought the wrong printer in the first place. I was avoiding making that purchase again, but I was finally getting the momentum, like, okay, the purchase was worth it. This is all gonna work out. This is all gonna work out. Now something done shook my plan up all over again. This is gonna be a to be continued moment, but I am going to keep making my content. I have to, because I have to keep pushing through. I don't want to go get a job. I'm not gonna go get a job. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. And I don't have much time to figure it out. So, to be continued. I'm sorry I was a crybaby, but at least you get to know the real me. I do be happy most of the time. Even when I'm having a bad day, I'm still happy. I'm just overwhelmed right now because I don't have a plan. I'm a plan kind of person. If I don't have a plan, like, my wheels get to spinning and spinning and spinning. That's why it took me so long to even get here in the first place, because I didn't have a good grip on a solid system and a plan for me to work. But I feel like now I got one, and now it's being snatched away, which is probably a blessing in disguise. I know it. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you later, friend. Oh, I'm calling you Cousin Pete, not friend. You want to be my friend, or you want to be my Cousin Pete? I like Cousin Pete. Did you ever see the movie, what was it, Poetic Justice? And they walked into the barbecue and it was like, what's up, Cousin Pete? Let me get a plate. That's why I like it. My Cousin Pete. Look at that vein. That's how you know I'm upset. Okay, bye for real this time.